Thank you. We've received resumes on every person. Some of them are a little more skimpy than others. Some have resumes published on websites, some do not. So I'm going to go ahead, and if I have a question, I'm going to follow up real quick on it. So based on your history and your past experience, what qualities do you believe that you can bring to this body to help improve us to make our decisions?
Well, first of all, and I'll reiterate that one of the greatest skills that I have, or I think for this body, is that I know the charter. If you don't know the rule-making documents of any organization, you're there for failure. You know, this is not my first, I was president of the Flint branch of the NAACP for many years. And it's an organization that has structure. I was chairman of the board of trustees at my church. Structure. I'm used to structure. And I think whatever your structure comes from, it comes from the organizational rules, in this case, the charter. As I state before, that I think that me coming down here and seem like I'm the oldest person in this running, I've been around a good while, and I've learned. And I've learned by listening. I'm a great listener, but I also am a great orator. I'm not boasting, but it's just what I am. And I think that I could bring unity within this body. I believe in the Bible, whatever your thoughts may be. A house divided against itself will not stand. And this council has to be united for the residents of the city of Flint. We have to do the things that help the residents of the city of Flint. For this is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It's the people's government.
Thank you. Mr. Nelson?
As I stated before, the experience that I have, because I've sat here, I've worked with different colleagues through the years, sat on various committees, sat in the president's seat, involved in the community, listening, have been a great listener to the years, managed at Citizen Bank when they were still in business. So that takes a listening skill and an understanding and patience. And will I agree with everything? No. But is there a way we can work together to make this city and the Third Ward especially where it needs to be? And we can do that. We can do that by attending all the trainings at the Michigan Municipal League and by overseeing at the National Baptist. You have to have a heart of willing to work together and listening. And that's one of the skills I have. I can listen, I can tell you how I see it, and you can tell me how you see it. But at the end of the day, it needs to be where we all can work together.
Ms. Biggs-Levy?
One. It doesn't matter to me who I work with. I can work with anyone if you are working fairly. I will not be in anything that's corrupt. I will not. I'm here for the Third Ward residents of the city of Flint, and I would do my best that I can do to make sure the residents are taken care of the right way.
My question was, because I do have your resume, Ms., and we have more resume on you and Mr. Nelson than anyone. And in reviewing your resume, which we got an email, goodness gracious, back in October. I read and this is why I said I had some follow-up. I read your education, and then I knew that you were on the Lento group, and your education doesn't match, which is correct. Do you have did you graduate cum laude from the University of Chicago with a degree in culinary services, or did you just attend Mott Community College Culinary School?
I worked there and I graduated from there. So what are you looking for that doesn't match? I've been a cook since the age of 16. I've been catering most of my life. I did a lot of different things. Yes, I work for Lento Law.
Your education here on your resume that was sent to us says that your education was Mott College, that you studied culinary arts, and you achieved the position of head chef. Very admirable. They have a wonderful program there. And that you took the Wilton method of cake decorating courses, which I have too, and that you went to Flint Community Schools. This is where the conflict comes in. On the Lento Law Group, it says that you graduated cum laude from the University of Chicago. If you went with a degree in culinary services, why is it, if you graduated from the University of Chicago, why isn't that on the resume that you provided to us?
I am here to do a job for the third ward of the city of Flint. My resume does not matter of what I do.
Okay.
I do the job that I do, and I'm good at it.
Okay, thank you. Rich, go ahead and answer if you could answer your question. We have a very minimal resume on you, but that's.
Do you have anything specific towards anything?
Just what I was wondering was what in your resume did you feel would work for us? But we just have a paragraph on you, which is fine. You know, I don't have a problem with that. It's when you have the details that you want to make sure that the details match everything. But give me your experience in local projects, because you detail that.
Experience of projects that I have done?
Because you mentioned that you have, you say, with my experience in local projects and my commitment to addressing key issues like public safety, education, and infrastructure, I know I can make a positive impact. Describe some of your experience in local projects.
I do a thing called No More Tears, to where I bring people together. We have positive music, and we try to curb violence. Last Monday, I was just in, was it Monday or Tuesday? Whatever the second was, I was in Lansing doing Stop the Violence. We had a meeting with some of the state reps up there. I was up there for that meeting. And I have hosted forums as far as when people was running for office in the city of Flint. I have been coaching basketball ever since the age of 19, so I've always been mentoring young men and women. And I'm still doing that. I have a positive program that's operated out of Orlando, Florida, that's just signed up with Puma. So I just want to, and then far as with this council, what I bring to the table is I'm not a rubber stamp, and I ain't nobody's favorite.
Thank
so
you.
If it ain't good for the citizens, I'm not gonna vote for it. I still have 47 seconds.
I thought
but that's
you were
good.
wrapped up, that's why.
We good.
Okay, thank you very much.